9 p.m. Seaside promenade. Blending into the tourists, their plan was simple: stay invisible. Anna slowly recounted events since their last joint operation. Janusz walked calmly, but his eyes were in combat mode, tracking escape routes and camera blind spots. If we hadn't walked away, our lives would be completely different, Janusz noted, scanning the area. We both chased extreme thrills because everything else just bored us. Anna walked close, watching the dark contours of the rooftops. They observed the crowd on the stone pavement. People looked relaxed, but in this profession, it was all just a game of appearances. Life in a hot zone is a constant fight for survival. They couldn't drop their guard for a single second. Back in the hotel room, a cold silence struck them. The air conditioning provided welcome relief from the sticky tropical heat outside. Janusz opened the balcony door and stepped out for a cigarette. After 9 p.m., the seaside town was drowning in thick Caribbean darkness. The dark brought relief from the heat, but it also brought out the local underworld: thieves, pimps and thugs looking for easy money. Janusz was sorting out the pieces of a new game. Anna was supposed to find a missing British agent, but it made no sense. London intelligence had specialized combat units for that. Since they sent her, a deeper purpose had to be hidden in this puzzle. A key no one talked about. He snapped his fingers. The cigarette butt flew toward the street, flashing in sparks, then died in the dark night. Janusz shook his head, clearing his grim thoughts, and went back inside. Anna sat at a simple wooden table. "I can tell by your face that something is eating you," she noted. Janusz pulled out a chair and sat opposite her. "It's about our lives. You must tell me everything, no exceptions." Anna leaned her hands on the table. "There is something else. It's about the package the missing agent failed to deliver. I am the only one who knows where it is hidden. He trusted only me. Before he vanished, he confessed everything. The whole operation depends on this single point." Janusz looked at her with the calmness of an old veteran. This turn of events didn't surprise him. If anyone finds out you know the location, you'll become the main target here. Everyone around you is in mortal danger. How many in command knew about this mission? Anna stood up quickly. Her shadow crossed the room, reaching the bed. "Only 3 people." As Anna. "The Polish intel chief, his deputy, and me. The rest think it's routine. The leak is from British SIS, or our network. We were tailed. Your thoughts?" "Tough situation. But they lost their edge. Now we dictate terms. We must reach the island. I have a plan." "What plan? We are trapped." "Trust me. Who handles the dirty work?" The silence broke as a phone vibrated sharply. A sharp phone ring broke the silence. Anna flinched, rose from her chair, and pulled the phone from her bag on the white bedding. She checked the unknown number. "Hello?" She listened, then turned to Janusz. "It's for you. Take it." Janusz took the phone, his voice expressionless. "Speak." "Greetings, my friend. Do you have everything?" "Yes, the complete set." "Good. I need the goods at 5 a.m. Janusz stepped onto the dark balcony and shut the door. "You remember the place?" He repeated the coded description of the meeting point. "Wait, the terms have changed." Boris sounded nervous. "No, a deal is a deal." Janusz's voice turned cold. "True, but while gathering the gear, I spoke to my black market contacts. Something big is brewing. There hasn't been this much Cuban and American intelligence activity here since the Bay of Pigs in '61. Janusz didn't flinch. Be specific. What do they know? Only that Cubans and Americans are everywhere. My people are interested too. What game are you playing, Jan? You seem to be at the center of it. So my terms changed. I want 50% more. Janusz stared at the dying tip of his cigarette. We'll talk there. Remember who pulled you from the grave when you needed help? I remember. I'll bring the goods myself. We need to talk. Be there on time and come alone. Fine. What about the money? Once I see the goods, I'll make the transfer. Bring a laptop with a network card. Agreed. See you tomorrow. Boris hung up. Janusz returned to the cool room. Anna sat on the edge of the bed, watching him closely. Trouble? We already have serious trouble. Tomorrow we'll know more. You'll meet your contact alone. I need to secure the area. You're leaving me alone? It will be safer for both of us. The heavy, humid air hit him. The deserted town was drowned in darkness. Janusz got into the jeep hidden in the shadows and sped toward the port. Every sense was on high alert. He scanned the mirrors and listened for foreign engines. Instinct had taken over. Janusz was driving before dawn. Thick fog covered the port district as he moved between old hangars and abandoned warehouses. Heavy moisture hung in the air, while the silence was broken only by the distant sound of water and the metallic noises of the harbor. He reached the waterfront a few minutes early. He stopped the car in the shadow of a hangar, switched off the engine, and stepped outside. Fog drifted low across the wet concrete, blurring the outlines of buildings and containers. Janusz took his position. He watched every shadow and listened for the slightest sound. At exactly 4:55, the headlights of an old van appeared around the corner. The vehicle slowly approached the waterfront, moving through the fog directly toward him. One hand beneath his jacket resting on his weapon, Boris slowly opened the van door and stepped onto the empty lot, searching the white fog. A dark figure burst from the mist with a raised knife, attacking someone hidden inside it. The fight ended before Boris could react. The unseen defender moved with inhuman speed. Boris heard a body hit the concrete, followed by the quiet crack of a breaking spine. The attacker collapsed. The fog thickened, swallowing everything. Boris could no longer see who had fought, who had won, or what had happened. "What are you looking for?" The cold voice came from directly behind him. Boris spun around. Janusz stood there, as if he had stepped out of the fog. "Damn it, Jan. One day you'll give me a heart attack. I never hear you coming." "In this business, the ones you hear end up underground.